We're going, everybody. Welcome to the very first 1v1 show match. ChandlerSeita versus Hoopolicious. Let's go get it. This is going to be absolutely insane. Hoopolicious drives for Red Bull, if I recall correctly, and Chandler is a Mercedes driver. So we've got them in their proper cars. This will be a very, very good matchup between the two of them. They do co-op careers together. They're in other leagues together. Good friends. Super close competitors. I hope you guys are excited. Let's spin the wheel. We've got all these tracks available for running. To answer Mojo's question earlier, yes, we do sometimes have rain. Let's see what we get first. That's the real question, isn't it? It looks like we are going to go to Brazil very first. How about that? We're at Brazil. Okay, so first track we've got. Right now the question is, what weather are we going to get? Let's run it. As I pick the track. It's looking like... Oh, it's looking like the overcast dry. Look at that. They get lucky with a dry track for the very first track. Very, very lucky. They're probably counting their lucky stars right now. With overcast dry. We've got Brazil, 3 laps. First to the finish line. Takes the glory on this very first race. We're ready to go. Hoopo, Chandler, ready it up. Let's go run it. We've got a super high production scoreboard over here, guys. Check this out. Look at that high production scoreboard. Chandler right now sitting at 0. Hoopo sitting at 0. Obviously, we're just now starting. We're getting ready to go racing here at Brazil Autodromo de Nacional something or another. I don't remember what it's called, but what I do know, we don't have a formation lap. We're just going to go ahead and get right at it. Open up that track map, open up lap data, open up telemetry. We're racing. Looks like Hoopo got lucky with the free pole position, but Chandler's already trying to make a dive around the outside. Oh my gosh, he's not even racing anytime. Look at him go. And Hoopo's going to have to concede it almost immediately as Chandler had a phenomenal position going through turn 1. But here comes Hoopo. They're fighting each other already. Look at them go. Hoopo on the back of him, trying to go down the inside, almost touches grass. Probably the first time he's ever done that, if we think about it, because he's so dang good at video games. You know them, they don't touch grass. Is Hoopo going to try and move around the outside of this corner? That is a terrible idea. Good thing he didn't do it. But he's going to stay right up on the back of Chandler. Makes the dive early. Closes the door entirely on Chandler's side. Chandler had no chance to hold off there. He decided to go for the preservation route, which I think was probably the best move. Look at these guys, dude. What the heck? This is a class of its own. I mean, we're used to having some pretty quick guys here on our 1v1s, but these are the fastest people we've ever had featured on a 1v1 before, and I'm really grateful they're on here. ChandlerSeita dumping all of his energy. Hoopo's dumping it too. Now they're only going to get the benefit of DRS for a singular lap, which adds so much more interesting strategy to this game mode, the way that I do it. Hoopolicious basically having the door set up, ready to go. Chandler's smart to back out of it. So they're only going to have DRS for 1 lap. It makes it like just an ERS dump battle. Hoopo leaving the door kind of open. Chandler did not decide to go down the inside of there. So right now the pole position, the random pole position is playing out big time in Hoopo's favor. He can't really... Chandler just can't get past quite yet. He's had a couple looks at it here and there. A couple dives. But no, you know, extended presence of being out front. But keep in mind, though, he's going to have the benefit of DRS on the very last lap, which will help him get past potentially on that straight that's right after the Senna S's, which would be the next straight coming up after this for a start-finish straight. So let's see what Chandler does going down the start-finish line. Only 2/10 back, and he's pushing his ERS too. He's pushing his draft. Actually, not pushing DRS. Neither of them spending the energy. Chandler on the outside. He just wants to be right next to Hoopo and have a better exit line through the Senna S's. But Hoopo definitely got him on the Sennas. It's a dump. It's an equal dump. Now here's Chandler. Will this strategy work out to his favor? He fakes in, then out, then in, then out. He has to keep it tight, but he couldn't quite hold it the same way the Red Bull could. As Hoopolicious still stuck in the lead. Chandler unable to close it up. And there's not really much he can do. Like, I can't even... There's no fault to be given. As he's in a position where it's very hard to get past Hoopolicious. I think he could maybe stick the move if he gets lucky and Hoopo Goes a little bit deep on one of these corners, but I think Chandler's having a little bit more respect than he necessarily needs to. I think he should have dived a little bit harder here and there, but this is looking like round 1 is gonna go towards Hoopolicious, setting a purple sector 2, maybe even his fastest lap at the very end, as they are so out of energy. Look at them, just drained to the end. The DRS is not gonna be enough to get Chandler past him, and that's Hoopolicious with game 1 in the bag for Hoopo. Oh shit, that was really intense, guys. That was insane. That is by far the most intense we've had when it comes to just full sweat mode racing. That was intense. Now we're gonna go ahead and roll the wheel one more time. Let's see what we get for race 2, as Hoopo is currently in the lead with a 1-0 lead. Rolling the wheel. We got 20-something odd tracks to choose from. We got Imola, is what it looks like. It is. Ooh, Imola. Okay. I'm a fan of that. Now, where are we going for weather wheel, though? That's the real question. This is where it gets shaky. It's dynamic. We have no idea. It is purely random based on the general statistics of the track is how this has been determined. So, with that being said, now, fate of the weather is up in the hands of the F1 gods. No DRS for this one. Nope. This one's tough. So, whoever gets that random pole position is going to have a pretty significant advantage. It's the only RNG afforded to this game, and it's my one thing that I'm 50-50 on whether or not I like that rule of the RNG of the who gets pole position. I thought about doing it on a coin toss, who gets pole position first, and then it goes swap back and forth. I don't know, maybe, but it looks like Hoopo is actually going to get lucky with pole position number 2 of the day. As he starts up front, and he's hauling off the races. Chandler, he's definitely better start than Hoopolicious. He's already trying to go around the outside of Hoopo. Doesn't want that pole position advantage to stick. This is a tough spot to go too wide. They keep it clean enough. Hoopo is right up on the back of ChandlerSeita. And he's dumping everything he's got, so is Chandler. Trying to fake a dive on the inside. Actually ends up losing out a pretty good amount of time, but he'll have a good exit. Coming around turn 4. Diving it down here. This is a crucial corner to get right, and Hoopo got it decently good. I'd say arguably a little bit better than Chandler did. Now, since they're both running default setups, there's no way to know if their setup is giving them advantage. It shouldn't be at all. So when you come to straight line speed, it's just raw. Did you get a better exit? Plain and simple. Chandler now leading the race for an extended period of time, something he could not get done in race number 1. Mojo asks, are these guys streaming right now? I don't think they are, but I'm not sure. I say look them up. I didn't see ChandlerSeita on my live list, but he might be. I'm not sure about Hoopo either. But these guys are eSports pros. They're like literally eSports challengers on Xbox. They're insane. Obviously, fastest lap is going to go to Chandler for the first one. We get that view of the blank track, and now we got these two cars going down. We love this rivalry between Red Bull and Mercedes. It is just too dang iconic, especially after this last year. The Red Bull Hoopolicious is struggling to keep up to the Mercedes. Chandler's really putting in the laps today. Look at the lines they take. Absolutely clinical. Coming out of turn 5 right there. Sorry, turn 6, excuse me. All right, turn 7. Tight left-hander. Now, did Hoopo hit it better? No, Chandler actually did. It's interesting. We look at these lines, and we think to ourselves, like, oh, there's no way this is the fastest way. Like, on some of them, I feel like there's no way that's the fastest way. But they're just so dang clinical. Like, you notice they don't lose traction hardly ever. Look at that. Just grips to the ground. Purely. Very little mistake. No snaps of oversteer and that kind of stuff. It's looking like Chandler made the right call by diving that first straight as hard as he could. And they're equal on ERS too, so it's not like Hoopo's gonna have an advantage going down the start-finish straight with no DRS to save him. He's got to get super lucky that Chandler makes a significant mistake. This will be interesting. Mojo, stream it! Hell yeah! It'd be awesome if you streamed it. I'd love to have. I love it when you guys stream it. Like I've had content creators do it a couple times, and I prefer that they stream it because I want your audience to get some fun out of it. It's fun to see you compete. What's really fun though to see Hoopo and ChandlerSeita go freaking head to head. Hoopo's definitely getting dusted on this last lap. I think he may have slightly given up hope on ChandlerSeita. If you do notice though, that tight sector, 7, 8, 10, 11 to 10, 11, where it's that downhill right-hander to a quick kink to the left, they have no problems holding it down super well through there. It's quite impressive. But one thing that had no problems with ChandlerSeita with the commanding lead, coming across the line, P1 winning race number 2 of their show match. And now we are level pegging 1-1. Time for us to go and go back to the picker wheel to see what we get for our third track today. Spin the wheel. I'm thinking. Oh, no way. Oh, it just barely crossed into Japan. I thought it was going to land on the USA. We're going to Japan. Beautiful. Now, let's spin the weather wheel as we pick our track. Oh! Overcast dry. These guys have gotten so lucky with weather so far. So far, no rain at all. Hoopo Chandler exactly level pegging right now. 1-1 going into match number 3. Who's going to come out here with the distinct advantage and put the other on match point? That's the real question. Because remember, it's just best 3 out of 5. You get this win here, you put the other person on match point. I would argue this is the second most crucial game right behind the finishing game. Chandler does have a good point. There is no DRS here again. This is a very good point. But what is also a good point is we got 4 or 5 lights out there. And all of them are gone. We're racing. Chandler. Equal start as Hoopolicious. Arguably, Hoopo's a smidge better. But not by a big margin. Hoopo already thinking about making a dive down the inside on turn 1. That would have been insane. They're going to go pretty even through the S's. This is a tough sector to get exactly perfect. And it looks like Hoopo is struggling, actually, compared to Chandler. Interesting. I wouldn't expect that. Chandler had a way better time of it the first couple S's, but Hoopo had a way better time of it the second half of the S's. Not all what I had expected, but hey, you know, here we are now. What's up, Neil? Oh my gosh, what a move from Hoopolicious. Is he going to be able to hold it down off of Chandler, though? Because Chandler had a good exit out there. It looks like he did. Wow, what a dive from Hoopolicious on lap 1. That was insanity. Chandler must not be happy about that. He's going to say, hey, I want that position back. Give it to me. Put on the spoon. Very solid line. The old start-finish grid. Now, this is going to be a sector where if you have the draft of the DRS, which Chandler does, look at him. He's literally on the back of Hoopolicious. He's going to dive this for sure. Did he make a stick? There's a baller. It's gone. Hoopo still held it down. And Chandler had to yield. Chandler not wanting to yield anymore, though, as both of them are dumping their ERS. Chandler just trying to take a peek down the inside. He can't quite get a good look at it. Now, remember, Chandler excelled in this first sector of the SS, but Hoopo's was terrible. Now, Hoopo started gaining time on the second part of the SS, and Chandler's was bad. But look at how the turntables. Interesting. how it definitely did not work out that way this time around. In fact, it worked out pretty much the opposite. Ooh, Hoopolicious was an uncharacteristic spin, but so did ChandlerSeita. It had a lot of wheel spin coming out of that corner. Chandler almost wanted to take a page out of Hoopo's book and dive the inside there as they're coming around the last corner pre-spoon. The sweeping right-hander. If you're side-by-side to the sweeping right-hander, you always make the dive into the spoon, but they were not. They had a pretty big gap. 4/10 now separate these rivals. This has been better than I could have ever hoped for it to be. Holy crap. Hoopo not dumping any ERS. He's saving it for the very end. Now here goes Chandler down the inside one more time. Gonna make it stick long before the corner. I think Hoopolicious is kind of wanting that change of advantage and almost wanting Chandler to have it so he can dive him going into turn one. Here goes Hoopo. Thinking about going on the outside. Can't go on the outside. Now thinking about diving the inside. He's touching Chandler. Smacking. Chandler's still alive somehow. Chandler comes out on top of that interaction. That was really close between Hoopo and Chandler. I thought there may have been a spin coming, but somehow Chandler kept it straight and narrow, and Hoopo now losing out on a precious half second. He is far back on lap 3. This is looking like good chance it's going to be Chandler, assuming Chandler doesn't make the same uncharacteristic mistake right here. Hoopo does, actually, and Hoopo is just falling back from bad to worse. Oh, it's a big spin from Hoopolicious. That is going to be the match tied up, assuming Chandler doesn't get too crazy. I think he's probably just going to walk it across the line. I wouldn't blame him if he did. That's the way to do it. I mean, like, look at his telemetry. Look at how slow he's going. He's just chilling. Agreed, Barco. Hey, Octos Gates, thanks for the follow, brother. Yeah, Barcologist, I agree. Big F's in the chat for Hoopolicious. He gave it what he had on this race. He was pushing a little bit too hard, and in this overcast environment, it's oftentimes hard to forget how much the track temperature is different, which messed you up. Hoopo taking the DQ, calling it a day. ChandlerSeita now up on match point. Here we go. Back to the picker wheel. Back to the tracks. Now, ChandlerSeita 2 to Hoopolicious 1. Let's see where we end up for the fourth track of our first show match for the day. Oh, it's going to be Great Britain. We are going to Silverstone. I wonder if this is a good track for Hoopo. Does anybody here know Hoopo pretty well and could tell me, is this like one of his better tracks? Another overcast, dude. We barely missed out on the wets. That's incredible. I want a wet track so bad. What do you call syrup with a speech impediment? What do you call syrup with a speech impediment? Mrs. Stuttersworth, here we go, baby. Let's not stutter on this launch. We got 2 seconds. We got a drive-through already for ChandlerSeita. Oh my gosh, that is a jump start. This brings into the question of how do we handle jump starts? Actually, never happened to me before. Wow. ChandlerSeita already lost this race. He cannot win off a drive-through. They released it middle of the year. Finger slip, says Chandler. That's tough, dude. It happens, man. Hey, so yeah, Chandler, this is a question between you and Hoopo. Do you want to run this one back with a drive-through? I say we restart. Personally, I'm a fan of the restart. You ask Hoopo. If he's down with the restart, then I'm down with the restart for this one race. Yeah, Chains, it'll be releasing in like July. You're just like July. Demo says no restart. I'm gonna leave this one up to the drivers. But Debo, I want to hear your reasoning as to why no restart. Snooze, you lose? I guess that's fair. Can't argue too much with that. What I can argue with is my lack of coffee. I need it. Look at ChandlerSeita. Oh, around the inside, outside. He's gonna make the dive. He's getting it done early. Oh, had to give it up to Hoopolicious. Dude, look at how close they are up on each other. Wow. Right? No, so, Debo, a thing about me, this 3 o'clock hit hits me every single day. I get hit so hard at 3 o'clock every day. Bad. Oh, is ChandlerSeita gonna go dive him? Oh, is he go through cops? He didn't. Hoopolicious actually spawned. No way! It's exactly what happened in real life. No way. Hoopolicious spinning on cops, getting caught out on the outside of ChandlerSeita. The Mercedes versus the Red Bull. History repeats itself. Can ChandlerSeita dive into the pits and serve his drive-through? That's the question. As he's trying it. Okay. I'm pretty certain Hoopo's still gonna come out in front. Look where Hoopo's at right now. Yeah, no shot he doesn't come out in front. Well, not no shot, but there it is. Hoopo's now in front. ChandlerSeita have the slowest pit stop of his life. Look at him, he's already at like 30 seconds in there. And Hoopo just running away with this one now, even though he did get hit out at cops. That's hilarious, dude. Don't change. Ask what's my favorite track. My favorite track, I would give it to Spa. Yeah. I would say Spa. My favorite. Yeah, this is going to be the win for Hoopolicious. Now we're on, you know, the ace match. We're on the final match. Chandler just limping at home. He's 13 seconds back. Look at him. Looking all over the place. Trying to get that Red Bull. Actually, I just need to pull over the side of the track right there. I'll be able to get a Red Bull. Oh, of course, they're all in the back. Ah. That was a good win for Hoopolicious, especially after being hit out in cops. Had he not had Chandler with the drive-through, that would have been it. And there's Hoopolicious across the line. He got it done. Oh, chains. I don't think anybody really can. Well, some people can, but they're crazy people. There goes Chandler across the line. Fist pumping the #1, even though he's #2 today on this track. Unfortunate for him. Chandler, if you're chilling in chat, what the hell happened there at cops? Did you... Okay, be honest. Did you literally say to each other, like, in a party, hey, let's go side by side at cops? Or was it just coincidence? Hoop, do it. I'm such a fan. That is hilarious. I love it. All right, guys, here we go. Let's spin the wheel for the final race of this show match. Oh, are we going to Australia? We are. We're going down under. Let's spin it up. Settings. Track select. And it's a dry race. They have gotten so insanely lucky. What is up with these guys? Dude, how funny would it be if you guys get clear and dry all show match long, and then we go to Mojo, and Chan Bam, and they get nothing but wet races. That would be the funniest shit in the world. Who do you guys have your money on? Chandler versus Hoopo. I'm going to have to put my money here just because I've seen how they've performed at certain tracks. Oh, dude, it's looking like it might be Hoopo. To be honest with you guys, I really don't know. But just because of this track, though, I really like. It's still so uncertain. It's extremely uncertain. But who's gonna win, Chandler or Hoopo? Chandler says I vote Chandler. That's so funny. Chandler's voting for himself. He does not get the advantage of the pole position, but he will get the advantage of 2 DRS zones to be able to use on the final lap if he is not in the lead by the time he gets there. Look at the line they take through there. So aggressive. Definitely losing out on that launch. Definitely losing out on that launch. Hoopolicious doing his damnedest to hold off ChandlerSeita, who's very quick here. Oh! Almost makes a grave mistake, but look at that catch. He's going to have to calm down and recollect himself. Oh, oh. Hoopo is ghosting. Let's say maybe I had a network error right there. That's because, by the way, I don't think they know who to vote for. Look at them just barely missing that little marker ball. Hoopo, great line through there. It's such a scary place to go as fast as you can through there. But Hoopo trying his best to hold off, and Chandler almost diving the inside. I don't know, man. I'm thinking Chandler may go make a pretty aggressive move this next lap or two. You know, I could see him making a pretty aggressive move to dive the inside somewhere. See if it sticks. It's good, right? ChandlerSeita is giving it his all to get back up in front. But he is having a serious trouble of doing that here at Australia. He's really just trying to bide his time for those DRS zones and see if they help him out. He's going to need them. At this rate, he'll need them. Because he's keeping on Hoopo identical. You know? Well, I say that and then he loses like 2.5 tenths. On these fast corners, this is a spot where a lot of people do get caught out in lower skilled drivers, but them, you know, obviously not going to. On Hoopolicious, coming around the second last corner, tight hairpin for the penultimate corner, and then around the last right-hander, a fifth gear 140-mile-an-hour burn. As they are going as fast as they can down this start-finish straight. Cooper better start getting worried. Chandler gonna have DRS. Not here though. Oh, I thought he would get it here. He only gets it till the very end. That's a little dumb. Huh. Well, Chandler trying to come from behind and make up this this deficit that he's got to Hoopo in time. But as of right now, it's looking like Hoopo literally might actually take this race. He's got just a half a lap to go. Let's see what he's got. Hey, Pokey Daddy, I believe in him too. They're going hard. Now, will ChandlerSeita be able to get a good enough exit out of here to be able to close out the gap? No, he won't. Hoopo, much too far ahead. Chandler unable to dive. Oh, Chandler really thinking about it, but it looks like this race is going to go to Hoopolicious. And if this race goes to Hoopolicious, it's the series that goes to Hoopolicious. He's got half a second up on Chandler going down the final straight, and it is a W for Hoopolicious. What a win for him. Well done, my friend. Well done. That was electrifying. Hoop said we should have went to 7. That's 4 out of 7. Hoop, oh, let's go, dude. Well done, my friend. Well done. Well done. Can we go to 7 races? Asked Hoopo. That's potentially 2 more races. We can do it. We can. We can. Let's go to 7. We're gonna go for a couple more. Let's go. We just raced Australia. We take that off of the possibilities. All right, let's go. We're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel, and we're gonna keep racing, baby. We got this. We got this. Boom. All right, did it. We got Mexico. Here we go. Mexico. You boys been to Mexico? Oh, no. Funny bunny, I've got a good prediction for the next one. Don't worry, I got a good prediction for the next one. Oh, shit. We're getting wet. We're getting wet racing, baby. Hoop 80% pull rate dog water cave. Well, hey, who gives a shit against pull here, man? We've got a wet race in Mexico. We're in soggy weather. As right now, Hoopo leads the now best 4 out of 7. And here we go. It's Hoopolicious up in the front. What are the chances? 80% according to the game. We're off racing. Look at that launch, man. How does he just kill the tires like that? And then Chandler, nowhere near as good of a launch. Nowhere near as good of a launch. Dive from ChandlerSeita. Hoopo having to take massive evasive maneuver. Chandler giving no room whatsoever. What was that? Now Chandler's gonna have the outside though. Or unless he decides to dive the inside yet again for another dive. Hoopo just closing doors. Chandler says no. This is my position. Hoopo wants the switchback now. And he's probably gonna dive this. There he goes. This is and they're hitting each other. Yes, we're getting physical in race 5. Or in race 6, excuse me. Not funny, but anyway, I wouldn't worry about it. We got cars going off track. You can barely even see anything because of how wet it is. This is insanity. Ooh, Hoopolicious edging it out right there. The tight S is in the back of Mexico. Before the stadium. Here they go into the stadium. That was hilarious. That was genuinely hilarious. Hi, guys. I don't know, funny buddy. That's a good question. I really have no idea. Hoopolicious now sitting in the lead. ChandlerSeita having a lot more struggle to put the power down than Hoopo. Hoopo probably running traction control like a baby. It's all loss. ChandlerSeita trying to close up that gap. Equal on ERS. He's going for it. Chandler's right up on the back of Hoopo, dude. Holy smokes. This space is non-existent between the two of them. But since they're not going to have DRS, Chandler's got to make it done naturally. And Hoopo doesn't look like he's making many mistakes. Oh, guys, that's done. Oh, that's a good one, Poke Daddy. I like that. That's the next one. That's it. That's a good one. ChandlerSeita trying to close up this gap. Unable to. Yeah, nope. Hoopo's starting to run away with it. This sector, Hoopo's really got Chandler's number. Now, I mean, honestly, a lot of this track, Hoopo's got Chandler down. Hoopo's really good, man. I've never raced with Hoopo before. I'll be commentating for BRL, one of their leagues that they're in. I won't be commentating their tier. I'll commentate slightly lower tier than them. But they do race together a lot. They're good friends. Holy smokes, Hoopolicious. Absolutely dominating. Now, the question is Hoopolicious going to get unlucky and end up accidentally grabbing a time penalty? That's the real question. Dude, Chandler makes up so much time braking for turn 1. Oh, ChandlerSeita not able to capitalize on Hoopolicious is pretty significant mistake through that sector right there. And now, with very little time to go, it looks like Hoopo may end up closing out the race, not requiring 2 more, just requiring run. It could be. ChandlerSeita struggling. Is he going to dive this? It'd be the dumbest dive I've ever seen in my life to go back from 4.5 tenths of a second. There he goes! It's contact! But not a lot of it. Hoopo stays alive. Chandler! And they're backwards. Hoopolicious, I think, still gonna end up taking the dub. Oh no, Chandler spun again. And it's Hoopolicious across the line. ChandlerSeita doing donuts of despair. Oh, GG's to these guys. That's really funny. That could not have gone better. I know, dude. Chandler, and it was purely random too. That's the funniest thing. You got so unlucky. But dude, I mean, for you to win 2 of those pole positions, because you lost the one where you were on pole, right? Or did you win that one where you started on pole? Oh, no way. Chandler's getting unlucky, getting called in the middle of the race. There's no gap. I make gap. Oh, you won the one you were on pole? So you won one where you were off pole, and then you won one where you were on pole. That's tough, dude. Yeah, you did get very unlucky on those starts. Disgusting game. Oh, it's pretty funny. I never play this game again. Yeah, I'll see you on the WR over the weekend and on the Challengers series. Classic. That's too good. That's too funny. Stop the excuses. Shut your